What's up, everyone? Go King here. We're gonna be doing a reaction to Mr. Grizzy's live on Chill Watch along. Star Wars Theory is down with gay Anakin. Toxic fans trigger Rocha and friends. So I'm gonna be doing this reaction to this. I hope y'all enjoy the video. Like and subscribe to the channel and subscribe to Mr. Grizzy Live, and let's get into it.
Hell yes, I was able to get it up in time. Perfect timing. So
Yo,
here we
gonna
go,
be-
chat. We're going to kick off
You know
with
what? I may watch a little. I will watch what Rocha know have to say. I don't know what they gonna be talking about. They gonna be talking about the Joker movie. That was a whole long video. So we're gonna be starting off with this one with Theory talking about this trans well, he didn't talk about the trans clone trooper, even though it's pretty dumb. He mostly gonna talk about Anakin.
Star Wars Theory and what he had to say about Anakin Skywalker being gay. The first soundbite is at 1:58. So I'm going to get that ready. So here it is, chat. Leave it to you all to decide for yourselves what he has to say about it.
I don't, for example, care that Anakin is straight. I mean, for all I know, maybe he's just a closet homosexual and he's just trying to fit in and he's, into Padme. I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't give a shit. It does not change Anakin or his character or his story for me, and it's really all I have to say about it. So I don't...
It doesn't make sense for someone who been watching Star Wars since 1993, who been watching Star Wars for that long, even said that. You've been watching Star Wars for like 30 years, and you saying this, it does not make sense. It does not affect Anakin's story. It does not affect Anakin's story. It does. Anakin's whole purpose is that he's in love with Padme. Since in Phantom Menace, when he first met Padme, he was in love with her. The second movie, he always dreamt about her, and he wants to be with her. At the end of the movie, they got together. The third movie, I think in the third movie they got married, but no one knew. Then he wanted to. The only reason why he wanted power and he became a part of the seal is because he wanted power to protect Padme. Cause he keeps seeing seeing stuff in the future, seeing that Padme is dying. So the whole thing is that he doing all this because he's in love with Padme. So it doesn't make sense for his character to be gay in anything. It just doesn't make sense at all for him to even say that.
Anakin being gay does not change his character at all. Him just being gay...
It does, because why he's into Padme in the first place. Why he doing all that in the first place. Why he became Darth Vader in the first place. It does change his character.
Him being full-blown...
That was just a bad take for Star Wars Theory. It's just a bad take for Star Wars Theory. That's
gay.
all.
And then,
I don't hate the guy. It was a pretty bad take.
Being into Padme just a little bit. That's absolutely not true. Exactly, Purist. He's 100% wrong. Do you guys remember the fireplace scene in Attack of the Clones? The dialogue is not great.
Yeah.
The dialogue is not great. I
will always say about those movies, especially the two, Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. I always say that the dialogues in those movies are bad, but I still enjoy those movies.
Just best dialogue, I will admit. One of the things from the prequels that really made me cringe, that and Jar Jar Binks. But some of the lines from that scene, you're in my very soul, Padme, tormenting me. I want to bang you so bad. I wish I could just wish away my feelings, but I can't. And then here you have Star Wars. He's kind of into her. If he was kind of into her, it makes that scene make no sense. It makes the romance make no sense.
Yeah.
If he was kind of into her and he liked dudes, would he have been able to physically impregnate her? I don't know. Fabian, yeah, you are right. Padme is quite banging in that, the fire reverberating off of her, like George really.
I want not in like Film Menace, but in Attack of the Clones, because in Attack of the Clones they are a lot older.
At least, like George even said, he wanted to like dial up the sexiness of Padme in that scene.
Because they did it for a reason. It was for Anakin.
Like he's not, and it would change his character. It would.
You could tell what Padme was doing in that scene. She's trying to seduce Anakin, but not in like an evil way. But like she likes him.
I don't care what they are, what their preference or sexual whatever.
I think I do know what he's trying to say. Like what he's trying to say, I think, is like, I don't care if a character's gay, straight, whatever. Like
I get that point, but with Anakin, that's different because Anakin already established that he's in love with Padme.
In the show, it matters how they're written. And while that's true, but Anakin's established as straight.
Yeah.
And for Disney to come in and change that would be ruining his character. He's not. Like, he's not gay. It would change. I don't know why he said that. I don't know if this was like 7 hours into a long stream and his brain's just fried or something, but like, I don't know. Anakin is not gay. He's not.
Yeah.
Into Padme. I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't give a shit. It does not change Anakin or his character or his story for me.
It doesn't change his character. Again, like, it changes a big part. Padme is why Anakin fell to the dark side.
Yeah.
Anakin fell to the dark side because
he didn't want Padme to die.
He had the power to save her from death. If he's gay and he's only kind of just kind of into her,
why would he even have sex with her in the first place?
Really, it wouldn't make sense for him to go as far as it did. It wouldn't make his fall to save her make any sense. Say what you want to say about his reasoning for falling to the dark side, but that's the reason, and that's a big part of the reason. And to just change that, it fucks everything up. And he's not. And he's not. So he goes on to say this at soundbite 250. I think it's 250.
Gosh, character development or the story or anything like that. I mean, Darth Vader could take it up the butt by a freaking robot. I don't. He's still the coolest character of all time. I don't give a shit. So,
Darth Vader could take it up the ass from Lobot, and it wouldn't ruin his character at all.
It kind of would if he wasn't established as being straight. If he was established as being gay, then it's like, okay, but he's not established being gay, so it makes no sense.
Not encouraging you guys to do that. Again, I respect theory. I respect theory's ability to trigger the shills at minimum effort. And I respect him for going after Star Wars cross-dressing sex-blame the way he did. But then he comes out and says shit like this. He comes out and it's almost like he's trying to pander to some of these people now.
That's what some people that I heard call him a fence sitter. Because, like, it been times when he does speak... He doesn't agree with both. He doesn't even agree with both sides, but that's why people kind of call him a fence sitter. Because like it'd be things that he said that are wrong that some people do agree about.
Now, what is like
this? This is a bad take from him. I don't dislike theory for saying this. It's just like a wrong thing to say.
Going on here? Like, what is going on? A lot of people get angry at me for going after him. And listen, if Kyle Katarn said this, if Star Wars Sexplained said this, we'd be
fucking roasting these people. Well, it's different. It's different when Star Wars Theory does it, because like he doesn't attack people. That's the difference. Kyle Katarn, they are literally attacking people, trying to get people canceled. because they disagree what they said, disagree with them.
Roasting them for it. What, he shouldn't be any different. He's riding the fence. At the end of the day, he's a fence rider. To any of you who are fans of Star Wars theory, I would challenge you to ask.
There'd be these current Star Wars shows that he do like. He likes Ahsoka. I think if I remember, he gave Ahsoka a 7. I don't know what he gave Obi-Wan Kenobi. He loves Mandalorian. So he likes some of these Star Wars shows that most of the majority. I would say some of the majority of Star Wars fans do not even like
him. I don't know if you super chat him or anything on his live streams, but I would be really curious.
I'm not calling theory a fence sitter. I'm just saying that the people that are saying that he kind of does have that, even though he even though he's not a fence sitter, he's just speaking his opinions. But like I said, I would say it's third, fourth time. Well, I'm saying that what people said he's a little bit is a fence sitter.
I already know the answer, but I think you should ask him. Just ask him in a $2 super chat theory. Do you want Disney Star Wars to fail? And I think you would he'd either ignore it, or you'd get a very long, kind of like drawn out answer, and say yeah, the Acolyte sucks. They need to move away from the Acolyte. Filoni's screwing up. Yada 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 yada. But at the end of the day, I think
Filoni's not that good either. Dave Filoni, he's not that good. I think a lot of people praise Dave Filoni, and it's because of Clone Wars, even though he had help with George to do Clone Wars. But I think except for like season 4. But everything else, he's not that good. People say he was that good. Then he helps make Ahsoka. Then he made agreed on Acolyte and the Acolyte, and I was like, is he really that good that y'all said? Then he do shit like that.
Say no, that he does not want Disney Star Wars to fail, and he just said that Anakin being gay would not ruin his character. I don't care if Vader takes it in the ass from Lobot. It wouldn't ruin his character either. It doesn't break canon. It would make sense. He was just kind of into Padme, but he likes to. So then he has this to say about Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay.
Didn't they also try to make Obi-Wan a while back? Oh no, yeah, Obi-Wan.
They tried. They did that with the that one of those books. They tried to make him bi, even though it's nothing there that say that he is bi. If he is bi, I don't really care, but you can tell what they were trying to do. They were trying to make him bi. I would not care much either, because like it's Star Wars and they around aliens, so it's like I'm not surprised that neither one of these characters have sex with a fucking alien. That you can't even tell it's a man or woman, because like aliens are like species that look like the same species.
Yeah, they did.
Did you know about this?
Yeah, I read his like little and
like stupendous there, like stupendous. I am not a fan of Stupendous Wave, by the way. I didn't mean to pause it there, but I'm not a fan of Stupendous Wave. This is the guy who said that we all need to give Rey a second chance.
No, we're not giving her a second chance. No. I hate how they say we had to give her a second chance. We've seen 3 movies of her. 3 goddamn movies of her. We are not giving her a second chance. We gave her a chance in the Force Awakens. We gave her a second chance. We gave her a second chance in The Last Jedi. We gave her a third chance in Rise of Skywalker. She failed. She failed as a character. We gave her 3 chances and she failed. We're not going to give her a 4th chance to think now we have to be like, oh, we like her now. It just doesn't make sense to it. It just doesn't make sense. Let's just say we do give her a chance and they still fail. What are your reasonings now? Y'all can't blame us if they just keep making her character be so bad. It's so badly written. I think that's all I have to say, because I don't want to ramble a lot.
Chance technically, But this guy said a year ago that we all need to, you know what, give Ray a second chance, give this movie a second chance, fuck off. And now he has this guy co-hosting with him. I am not a fan of. I was a big fan of Stargrift. I am not as big of a fan. I am not a fan really of the Stupid Theory, which is what I think I'm going to start calling this show.
Read his like little the little paragraph where it's mentioned like once.
Yeah, I don't understand why they prioritize pushing this stuff onto us. Maybe if they focused on making good story, they wouldn't be failing with the.
Yes, yes, Storm Squad. Stupendous Wave said that it was about a year. It was at Star Wars Celebration 2023 when they trotted Rey out, and then everybody was roasting the shit out of Disney Star Wars for it. He put out a tweet that said like I forget what he said completely. It was kind of long, but at the end of it, he said like, "I am ready to give Rey a second chance." He said that at the end of that tweet. I covered it in multiple videos at the time. He did say it. I'm sure you could find it back on Twitter.
The biggest movie franchise. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, they also made Obi-Wan Kenobi like bisexual in a book.
Yeah.
I think about a year ago.
I didn't read the book. I didn't care.
And it was I read it. I bought the book. I read it. I read the passage, and it was pretty gay. It was pretty gay.
I think that the headlines make it sound worse than it is within the book.
Stupendous Wave defending the novel, like, oh, it's not that bad. The people overblown it. So, like, Stupendous Wave, they're defending bisexual Kenobi book. It's not that bad, you guys.
Worse than it is within the book.
So this is when Theory says, takes the complete opposite stance as he took with Anakin, with Obi-Wan. Here you go.
In the book, it's just like really passing. But again, that comes back to Disney being insincere.
Yeah, well, I just, so that's a different topic altogether. It's like, yeah, not only do we not care if someone's gay or trans or whatever, but if you now take a character that's already been pre-established to be straight or gay or whatever, and you then want to make them gay, why?
It's forced.
Wait a minute. So you contradicted yourself. That doesn't make sense, Theory. You just contradicted yourself. You say, like, why would they do that? Why would they change a character that already starts with being gay, not gay, be established to be straight? They change their sexuality. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I'd love to ask them.
When you do, when you do it to, yes. Are you guys listening? I'll play it again for you guys.
It really doesn't make
Why?
sense why
It's
you
forced.
say that.
It's forced. So when you do it to Obi-Wan Kenobi, because
It's forced when they did it to Anakin. It's forced when they trying to do that to Anakin. It's forced when they pushing this trans stormtrooper character. It just doesn't make sense. I'm not stormtrooper, clone trooper. It doesn't make sense why they pushing this clone stormtrooper and try to make that clone trooper trans.
established that he's not gay. It's forced when Disney does it to Obi-Wan, but Anakin Skywalker, I think it's pretty damn well established that he's not gay, but when he does it, like, nah, come on, man, like, it would work, I guess, when he was rolling around in the grass with Padme, he did kind of like a gay laugh there, right? So, I don't know, he completely goes back on it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense why he even did
so,
that.
I don't know
so
what
why
this
would
guy...
he even say that about Anakin into the beginning where he's going to do that? I think he didn't think about that when he even said that.
I believe. I really don't. I really don't. He said earlier that them making Anakin Skywalker gay would not ruin his character, would not break canon. Vader could take it up the ass from Lobot. That would be fine as well. But Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's established as straight, so it's forced if Disney came in and did that to him.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe Theory will do it himself. Maybe in his Vader series. Maybe in Vader episode 2. Maybe that's a tease for Vader episode 2, chat. You know, you think you can make it work, Theory? Maybe you should do it yourself. See how your audience reacts. And then that's not all, you guys. Then he goes and starts talking about the fandom and that article that came out about Disney like bringing in fans to kind of like, you know, prep against like gauge the fan reaction and everything. And
I'm going to skip ahead here what they have to say. I'm sorry, Grizzy, but I don't want to. I don't want to like watch the whole thing. 'Cause I want people to actually go and watch the OVO.
Jon Favreau bandwagon.
I think that if you change who the top person is, and they have a firm understanding of Star Wars, and they accept people who have stories to tell within the confines of this universe, not make the universe into something that they want it to be, but that justifies its existence in the story of Star Wars, that's the way to go. I think that there should be one or maybe two people.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I think the more and more as time passes by, I think Jon Favreau is really the right guy to do this.
I don't know why they think Jon Favreau can do this. He can't. If he couldn't fix Marvels, he's not going to fix Star Wars.
Jon Favreau, who was responsible for The Mandalorian Season 3. He did the Book of Boba Fett, right, chat?
Did he really do the Book of Boba Fett? I need to look this up. Yup, Jon Favreau. So he helped the Book of Boba Fett. It's like, how he gonna do it right? And he was with Dave Filoni did Book of Boba Fett, and it was terrible. And I think a lot of people now should agree that Book of Boba Fett was not a good show. Like, come on now. I want to see Mandalorian. So who did Mandalorian Season 3? Jon Favreau. And Season 3 was bad. A lot of people, a lot of Star Wars fans now agree that it was a bad show. It was a bad season. He did Season 2. He did Season 1. So he did all 3 seasons of Mandalorian. So it doesn't make sense that Jon Favreau gonna save this franchise, because he's the one that fucked up Mandalorian. I heard, 'cause I haven't seen Mandalorian, and fucked up Book of Boba Fett that he made with Dave Filoni.
Like, I'm correct on that, right? Jon Favreau.
Yeah, Grizzy is correct, because I had to look it up.
Was the lead on, or was that Filoni?
It was both.
Chat. Was Favreau? Favreau did Book of Boba Fett, correct?
He thinks
waiting on the chat.
He thinks he's going to like save it.
Okay, yes, creator of The Mandalorian, all of The Mandalorian is terrible, and the Book of Boba Fett. Saw someone say John wrote the Book of Boba Fett. Robert Rodriguez, I thought John. I think Favreau had influence. Okay, we got Robert Rodriguez.
I ain't seen.
I don't know. I'm seeing mixed things. I know Favreau had some influence on it. I haven't seen Robert Rodriguez.
I've seen
Anyway, Mandalorian Season 3. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of Robert Rodriguez. So
Mandalorian Season 3.
Seeing a lot of Robert Rodriguez. All right, so Favreau was responsible for all of the Mandalorians, and he was also responsible for. He's going to be responsible for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out. And remember, Jon Favreau was Episode 5 and onward. So Episode 5, which was the Mandalorian episode, and then 6 was the Luke Skywalker episode, I believe, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
Anyway, The Mandalorian Season 3 was fucking hot garbage. That was Lizzo and just cameos everywhere. Jon Favreau is a cameo is a key jingler for the Disney Star Wars show. As you guys recall, I did that video where Jon Favreau said one of the highlights of his career was seeing the fans' reaction to Luke Skywalker showing up to the end of Mandalorian Season 2, which Theory loved, by the way.
Yeah, he cried.
Now,
he cried on it too. I'm not mad he did
like,
it.
like this Mandalorian and Grogu movie is
like
the
he
test.
He actually did cry when.
And here, he just said it.
When Luke Skywalker was the end of Season 2
I agree.
Mandalorian.
You know, I think the more and more as time passes by, I think Jon Favreau is really the right guy to do this.
I agree completely. I think that, you know...
And there's Stupendous Wave just agreeing with everything Theory says. I haven't been watching the show. Anyone who is, does Stupendous Wave disagree with Theory ever? Have they ever gotten into like a debate?
It's not that I'm tired of watching Grizzy videos. It's just tired.
Online, because I know EFAP, Mahler and Ryan were constantly at odds with Theory. Constantly. And it made for a great show.
I know more and I'm going to disagree with Theory on some stuff in Star Wars.
Stupendous yes man.
I think he finished with Theory. I think he talked about a little bit about Theory, but if y'all want to watch the whole thing, him finishing Theory, then go to the other people. And I'm going to put this description below. But I did say earlier I'm going to watch John Rocha. And I know it's going to be that fucking long. I may watch a little bit of it. And y'all can watch the whole thing and hear what John Rocha and his friends have to say. And all three of these people I do not like. Especially Rocha. He's a fucking moron. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I love... He insults people like everyone else do. But we're gonna watch this one and hear what he has to say. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they're gonna talk about. Okay, so he's mostly gonna be talking about the toxic fandom. So let's get into this and see what he had to say. But so what they saying that our movie studios caving to toxic fandoms? No, they're not. They're not caring to us. They don't care about us. These people act like they care about what we have to say. They really don't. They know that the stuff they are pointing out now are bad now, and they keep losing more money for it. I think even they still don't really care anyway. They still can put out slop. Either way, it's gonna make them money or not. They just going to. I forgot what people say. What they do with bad movies, a tax write-off. They may even do that. But let's keep watching this video.
Minutes go off crying and whining about toxic fandoms. So they're talking about they do kind of look like the soy boys. I mean, John Rocha does look like he'd fit right in on the soy boys. Just get a little bit of facial hair, he'd fit right.
They are the three soys. I heard what he said about the whole Olympics thing was so bad because like even his one of the people who was involved with him, I forgot his name. It's not I forgot his name, but even he disagreed with him what he was trying to say around the whole Olympics thing.
Right in on the soy boys. So they go for 30 minutes talking about the toxic fandom. Originally, they're talking about that article that came out about Disney, Lucasfilm, and everything. Wanting fans, like wanting to get like fan focus groups to see if like if fans like the shit that they're doing. So that's pretty much like where this begins. But these guys can't help themselves. So then they go in to start just whining and bitching and whining about the toxic fandom. First soundbite. Let me get my notebook.
The toxic fandom are like the anti-woke people and the people that do not like this current version of Star Wars. Even though people have the right to dislike this current version of Star Wars, but they do not care. They just get mad at us for saying our piece.
Look here.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do talk about their opinions as well. But with me, it's like I don't really care as much. I'd be like, I do a little bit care, but I do care a little bit, but it's just be like. I'll be all right, even though I disagree, but all right. My problem with John Rocha is that how they attack people. That's all. That's all. And you attack someone for their opinions. That's when I start becoming like, okay, now you need to shut the fuck up now. And that's what I get from John Rocha.
First soundbite is at 50:22.
And this dude is just a woke person. This dude is so liberal woke.
God.
I hear a little bit what he had to say. He's so woke.
So let me find that. There we go.
So he already watched the whole video. Cause Grizzy, he do watch their videos, then rewatch it with us and see what he does. I do the same thing a little bit.
Caught up, all good to go. Streams running
This
good.
one I haven't seen, so I don't know what John Rocha know how to say. Because when I make a video, I'd be like, I already watched it, but I'm gonna be watching it with y'all. But this one, I never watched this.
Here we go. First soundbite.
So the thing, we're just in a weird place, and I think you can't, without diving. I know it's like we're like a month away from the election, and not that I want to dive into a bunch of political talk, but the thing is,
we like 2 weeks away to the election, and the election is around my mother's birthday, so I don't want to celebrate her birthday when the election comes out, but it's gonna have to be that way.
Fandoms have gotten to, particularly the toxic side of fandoms, you can't actually untangle it from the political discourse in our country right now, because a lot of the things that a lot of the more toxic sides of the fandoms do on social media, they're picking up tactics that were pulled right from far right leaning personalities like Milo Yiannopoulos.
I don't know who's Milo Yiannopoulos is. I don't even know who that is. So I don't know what you're talking about. They always call us far right when we just don't agree with stuff they say about movies, and people agree with Grizzly and Geesa Gamers and them about what they're doing with movies and TV shows and like video games and comics. They always call people far right even though they're not even far right. They're not even right wing. Some people are like in the middle. So in the middle are like centrists. Or people are. I'm not saying they aren't people in the right side, but it's trying to make it into like people are in all people that disagree with y'all are that part of that side. It's just pretty much insane to me.
Good God in heaven.
And that's why I can't stand with them too. There's a lot of problems that I have with the liberal progressive media and woke people. There's a lot of issues that I have with them, and that was one of my reasons. They love calling people far right, even though you don't even know who these people are. That you claim that you are claiming they are far right because they have like this. They agree with people that are in the right side. Like, come on, it's so stupid.
He is citing the Rewriting Ripley article, which brought up Milo Yiannopoulos. So we're just echoing far right talking.
I think I a little bit remember who Milo Yiannopoulos is. I mispronounced his name. I think it's that guy that did that whole Ghostbusters 2016 thing. Even though Grizzy don't even talk about that guy, but they the ones that keep bringing him up for some reason.
Points and everything. We're Orange Man bad. And speaking like he brings in politics, when I was going through the ex-shill segment, I did venture onto John Rocha's Twitter. John Rocha's entire Twitter, his entire Twitter is Orange Man bad.
Yeah, I look at his Twitter. Twitter. There we go. I do got Twitter too. It's not really much because I'm not a big influencer. John. This is his Twitter? Yeah, okay, this is Twitter. That's just scamming through and see what you have to say. can't believe he put Stone Cold in there. The fuck? What the fuck is this? Okay. I was just gonna move past that. I never liked the Venom movies. The first one I was a little bit alright with it, but I haven't seen the second one. Cause I really don't want to watch the second one. The third one's coming out. I don't know what the third one's gonna be. It's just not really interested in it. Okay, talk about the whole thing. That's one of them. Okay, this the other one. Okay, this. Okay, I found this one. This happened like yesterday. Oh man, but I'm tempted to make this my new avatar photo just to piss off MAGA accounts when I comment on their insane and unhinged tweets about their dear leader Trump. They wouldn't be mad about that anyway. Okay, that's two tweets. No, let's keep going down. So they talk about Samantha Irvin. Samantha Irvin has announced that her time with WWE has come to an end. So now I didn't know this. Okay, I don't watch wrestling like that no more. Wrestling is bad now. So I didn't know Samantha left, and now she's gonna be a Ricochet in AEW. Okay, here it goes. Perfect. This is like 2 days ago. It said Perfect. The bus ran over one more person just to remind you of how good he was. The fact that it's hashtag Trump makes it all the more satisfying. I don't know what the post was, but wow. This is another Trump thing where hashtag Trump and his people accused Kamala of lying about working at McDonald's. So they staged an event where Trump lied about working at McDonald's. Even though we all know he was trolling anyway, it just took it, he knows that everyone knew that. We know he was trolling, but but he knew that people like you, Rocha, are going to say something about it, are going to cry about it anyway. I don't want to say cry, but be upset about him doing that. So let's keep going. Yeah, I don't know what that is. You can tell he's a WWE fan too. Ask if Lil Morgan couldn't be more mid. I'm surprised he said that he's not really into Lil Morgan. I can't believe I had to agree with him, but I'm not a big fan of Lil Morgan either. I think that's kind of it about. I think that's kind. It's more, but I had to keep scrolling down. But I don't want to kind of waste a lot of people's time. Okay, here's more. Yeah, this is more right here. But yeah, he does have. He does talk about other things, but he do talk about Democrat stuff too. Like we already know he already is that anyway.
Entire Twitter is Orange Man bad. Like I could.
I don't want to say it was his entire Twitter, but well, you keep scrolling down, you can tell it shows that he do not like the Trump side and stuff. So I just said Grizzy a little bit. It's right there.
Stream just on that. It's fucking hilarious. Whining about interviews and everything. But yeah, so claiming that we are all far right, we're fucking Trumpers, and everyone.
Even though they don't know what far right is, like the far, we already know. We can see the far left. The far right are like the worst of the right people.
Hates
no, that's not even that close to being there.
Disney, Star Wars, and the MCU. We're all Republican. That's not true, by the way.
Yeah,
that's not true. Everyone who hates Disney, Star Wars are not Republican. Everyone. I have Democrat family members. I ask them sometimes. I ask my uncle.
I have a Democrat family too. I don't know all my family, but I know my mother is a Democrat. She's been a Democrat for a long time. My mother's a Democrat. And she not even mad at me if I wanted to vote for Trump. I was like, okay.
A couple weeks ago, I saw him for the first time in a while. Lives in California, right? California liberal. Comes over, and I just asked him, because he liked the old Star Wars movies. I watched it with him when I was younger. I was like, hey, what did you think of the sequel trilogy? Did you like it? Excuse me, did you like it?
You treat your family members different from people like Rocha. You're not going to attack people for being like Democrats in your family. Because you just have to kind of live with it. You just kind of have to live with it. That if you have family members that are Democrats. And they had to be fine with most of your family members being Republicans. We still love each other even though we have different points of view when it comes to the world. Just don't ruin your family. Just don't ruin your family because like you won't vote for somebody. It's different from like Rocha now because like me, I still wouldn't care much that you're a Democrat or Republican. Like I said, this is how y'all go after people. I would say the same thing. I would say the same thing with the Republican side as well. Both sides attack each other a lot, and it's not surprising that we do attack each other a lot.
He looks at me and goes, "No, it was awful." But this is exactly what they do, and they do the same exact thing. They are more in tune with the radical people on their side. Who's trying to get people fired from their jobs? Who's trying to deplatform people? Who's trying to cancel people? That's all of you. That is all of you.
Yeah, cause I don't see Grizzy, I don't see Geesa Gamers, Neurotic, Ryan Kennel. I don't see none of them try to get people channel demonetized. Or get the channels taken down. They tried to like delete. I don't want to say delete tweets, but block a lot and block people because they disagree with you. I don't see that with their side. I mostly see it with them.
And Danny Coach, you're right. What is that shirt this guy's wearing?
It's Chipmunk t-shirt. No, it's Chippendale. I never seen Chippendale, but it is Chippendale.
That shirt this guy's wearing. He has chipmunks on the shirt. I think he has something in common with Anakin.
I don't like vaginas.
I think he agrees with Anakin Skywalker on that point. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I could tell by his accent. Unbelievable. So, it's the politics. It's the election year. People have been ripping Disney Star Wars since its inception. And it's not going to change. Anyway, so let's continue. The next soundbite is at 51:41, just a little bit further.
I should have skipped it because most of it was kind of blank.
And it gets crazy. John Rocha, I'm going to spoil this a little bit. John Rocha, I believe, takes a low blow shot at Anna, that Star Wars girl, coming up, chat. So keep your ears open for that.
Okay, I want to hear this.
I'm pretty sure it's Anna that's who he's attacked certain ways.
Like, there is definitely the people who live outside of fandoms that sort of hear through Facebook and YouTube and social media and Twitter and everything else. Oh, no, the Star Wars fans are mad about this. The Marvel fans are up in arms about this. And there is a very small group of really ridiculously toxic people.
They love to call us a small group, even though most of the majority do not like what's going on with the MCU and what's going on with Star Wars. They always love to say that, but like, while all these TV shows and movies are not making a lot of money, that means that most of the majority, they always call us the minority instead of the majority. They always call us the minority of these small groups, even though the minority of small groups like us know that the stuff that MCU is making, like the TV shows and movies, are losing money, and same thing with Star Wars. So you can't keep calling us minorities, even though we mostly the majority, saying that yeah, your TVs and movies suck, and everyone knows that.
They're kind of giving a bad name to fans across the board, I think. That's my take on it.
Yeah, you're a small group of just this very toxic people who trigger me. They trigger me. The things that they say, it triggers me that they get more views than I do. It triggers John Rocha. That's why he copyright strikes people.
I don't know. Do he really do that? If he does, like, I'm not surprised.
Anyway, we have the right. We have the right to be toxic. They're upset because a majority of people watching, a majority of those in the middle fans, right? They watch us. They don't watch them. They listen to us. And they don't listen to them because they've been exposed as shills. They are paid by Disney. And you know that they're going to start talking about the money here really soon. Next clip is at 52:10.
Skip it a bit.
To walk into when we're talking about toxic fandoms, because honestly, criticism, honest criticism, is always essential in a situation. But
no one. So what are you saying? You saying that no one having honest criticism when we talk about these stuff? What are you talking about? I hate how they saw, oh, you can't have that, but when people do it, it's different now.
And you start to make money off your criticism, and to the degree that you are.
Here we go, chat.
What? That makes no sense. What's wrong with people making money off of criticism? A lot of people do that. Even fucking the mainstream media does it. Even news coverage do it. Journalists do it. Because like they have an opinion and they want to tell people that yes, they're gonna make money off of it, but it's gonna happen that way. I'm not making money off of this. Look at my channel. I'm not making money off of nothing. It's just my opinion about watching Grizzy talking to y'all, him watching y'all saying dumb things and having an opinion about y'all. That's really what it is. It's nothing.
God forbid people make money, because they're not making money. They're not making money. I have proven.
I want to hear more what you have to say about it.
Channel.
I think he would say something different.
That it's the money. Received compensation for praising it. The hero.
Honest criticism is always essential in a situation, but when you start to make money off your criticism, and to the degree that you are fabricating things to be upset about,
fabricating things. What? So you telling people they lying about their criticisms on shows and movies? I'm not saying people aren't doing that, but it's not everyone. Everyone's not doing that. People giving out their actual real criticism of a show and a movie. You don't have to like how people say it in a mean way or not, but at the same time, it's their criticism.
What exactly are we fabricating, Rocha? What exactly are we fabricating? I think if we were fabricating things, you as the audience would be smart enough to pick up on it. If we were fabricating things. What am I fabricating? I'm playing clips of you guys and calling you out for the dumb shit that you say. I don't take you guys out of context. Unless, of course, I make...
To a lot of people, Grizzy actually do watch their videos and do put out there and let people watch their stuff. Because he's not taking them out of context. He's really not. He literally showing what y'all are saying. Grizzy is one of the most genuine ones. He literally showing us what y'all are saying, even though the stuff y'all saying is pretty fucking dumb.
Making a joke.
Doesn't make
sense. I don't
sense.
take you guys out of context. We listen to idiots say stupid things and we call them out for it.
Yeah.
Questionable what your intentions are, and I'm not saying everybody does, but certainly you can pinpoint some members of the shall we say anti-whatever coalition who do this.
Why you even want to say anti-woke? Why you want to say that?
What are your thoughts on the article and what it highlighted in Toxic Fandom?
Okay, so that was Rocha, and then what's the next clip? 56. Okay, this next one is Dale Teeter.
I want to steal most of it.
A thing. My concern comes from the place of if you create a focus group that includes some of the most toxic elements of your fandom.
And by the way, Disney is not going to include us in this.
They are not. They are not going to do that. He acts like they're going to do it. They're going to get people who are really positive, almost like y'all. They're going to get the most positive people. They're going to get those. They ain't going to get the toxic people. They're going to get the most positive people and not going to fight back against them on a lot of these things. They're going to sit there and agree with them.
This focus group. Disney doesn't give a single solitary shit what we have to say about anything.
Yeah, they start this thing where Disney's agreeing with us for some reason because they act like failed and they're not going to make a second season. That's what they're talking about. Disney canceled it because the show didn't work. The show failed because no one was watching it. Then they were paying way too much money on it. They didn't really care about the fandom. Say anything bad about it. They canceled it for a reason. But they really think that they care about the toxic fandom, even though they're really not. I've seen some toxic fandoms in anime and like in wrestling. And Star Wars is not even the worst. Star Wars is not even the worst fandom. Wrestling is like maybe I want to say wrestling is the worst fandom out of them all. Cause for someone who's been watching wrestling for so long and now it's just don't watch wrestling like that no more. Got started after WrestleMania. When I started watching wrestling constantly now. Cause I only watch like old school wrestling. You can see how bad that side is in the wrestling fandom.
They don't give a shit what critical. You honestly think Disney's going to call in Nerdrotic or Critical Drinker or even Star Wars Theory? Are they going to call him in to come and say, hey, what do you think of this or what do you think of that? No, they're going to call in a bunch of yes men and yes women, a bunch of shills who say, yes, we will happily praise and sell out for everything. They're basically what they did at the Acolyte meet and greet with the infamous shill photo. This photo right here.
And most of these people are like positive Star Wars people. You don't see no one that don't read dislike the stuff they are making. These are mostly the positive people. These are all the positive people right here. Not even the anti ones. The ones that would talk. The ones that would actually get them criticism and be like, not even trying to like call them names or anything. Have like concerns and be like, yeah, I didn't really like this stuff. Didn't really like this thing in Star Wars, and what we can do to fix. What y'all going to do to fix it? They ain't do that. It's just the most of the positive people. I'm not saying they didn't criticize them because I don't know what the full interview was because they didn't put it on the internet. But let's be honest, they're mostly the toxic. I don't want to say toxic. They are mostly the positive people, and everyone know that.
They're talking about. They want to get all of these people together to stroke their egos.
It's not all the positive people, but some of them. It's like a small portion of them, even though it's a whole bunch of positive Star Wars people.
Cocks. And say, yes, this is going to be great. Yes, this is going to be fabulous. Yes, this is going to be wonderful. They don't care what I think. They don't care what you in the chat think. They don't care what we think. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Like if they care, if Disney Star Wars cared, they would have fixed some of these issues. You didn't want to say like Star Wars. You talk about even the Marvels too. If things were done right, even the Marvels or Star Wars were done right in the comic books, but they're not doing that.
The most toxic elements of the fandom. Like, why are you going to give these people a voice? They're trust me, they are not giving us a voice. They're waiting for us to die.
Or in essence, indirectly rubber stamping their approach to your content. And how can you trust them, as Shannon, I think you were alluding to, let me take it further. How can you trust them to not be, how can you trust some of them to not be bad faith actors who will say in the room, oh yeah, you should totally, a transgender clone trooper? Absolutely, that sounds great. The way you're presenting it, totally. Run to their YouTube channel and say, I told them in the room, I did not want this. I thought this was a dumb idea.
What is this guy talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about, but what are you talking about?
So you think that if we got invited to one of these things,
We're not gonna call him out for it. Like, come on now. I will call him out for it. I would be nice to him. Cause I don't know him realistically. That's just on the internet. I would be nice to him, but I will call him out for it.
we would go in there and say, yeah, give us the Rey movie. We want it. We want it. I mean, yes, we do want the Rey movie to satisfy Star Wars. This might be something that this might be like, I mean, that's a good idea. Actually, Rocha stumbled onto a good idea. Actually, go in. If any of us get invited to these things, say, yeah, it'll be great to sabotage it from within, right? But no, what he's getting at is that, like, all we care about is our content. All we care about is our hate views, hate clicks that we get. So we would happily set Disney up to fail by doing things that we know are going to fail. The problem is they're going to fail anyway. They're going to fail at everything they do anyway. So why not make it a little fun, right? We want the Rey movie. I want the Rey movie for the damage that it will undoubtedly do to Star Wars.
Yeah, because you're gonna laugh about it and say, like, yeah, we told y'all so.
It's the estrogen talk.
Hey, let's be honest. A lot of people, not rocking them, say, oh yeah, y'all want to do a second season of Acolyte, do it. We're just gonna make money off of it. Let's be honest. Some of us are gonna be making money off of the content and just calling it out for what it is.
Clearly.
How bad
Clearly, it is the estrogen talking. And he's not done. He continues.
For what it is.
Well, who wants a transgender clone trooper? That's nonsense.
Nobody.
So, yes, and you can say, oh, well, they can sign NDA. Some of these motherfuckers make enough money that they don't give a shit about an NDA situation. And so I think it becomes dangerous to give them more access to have that possibility to screw you.
Disney is not going to give us any access. Do you honestly think Disney's going to... telling you guys, Disney does not give a single solitary shit what we think. They really care about what you think. They care about what the shills in the infamous shill photo think.
Yeah, because like they know that y'all are there. They know that y'all just going to let them do all these things without saying that. Y'all going to say something about it, but at the same time, y'all going to praise it as well. So they know that. So that's why they're going to keep pushing all these bad moves and shows, because they know that y'all going to keep praising it.
They are not going to be inviting any of us into this. I don't know where he is getting this from.
Your brand over. That's what I worry about. And to be fair, let me finish, Michael. To be fair, on the other side, there are people who just like, what, you could shit anything you want out of your butt and they think it's gold. And that's a problem too. So what you've got to do...
Okay, I will give you a little bit of credit and say, okay, you called out people on your side, even though you're a part of that side.
It's fine.
So he acknowledges the crazy fandoms on their side, but yeah, that's all we're going to talk about with them. Like, yeah, there are some other people who love.
But you're not going to fully criticize it like our side. I give him a little bit of credit, a little bit of knowledge, but not much, because he's not really fully calling him out for it.
And that's a problem too. They are what's killing Star Wars, not us. They are what's killing Star Wars.
And the people in the middle who are authentic.
Oh, here we go, chat. This is the moment I've been waiting for on this clip. Just a second. Let me go back to the very beginning here. All right, here we go. Pay attention to this.
Goal. And that's a problem too. So what you've got to do is find the people in the middle who are authentically in the middle, who will tell you if it's good or bad in their honest opinion, because they're not financially tied to their opinion in any way. And they will hone it and they will let you know one. Now, does that mean it's going to work every time? Probably.
It's funny. It's funny you say that, but it's funny that you say that. But they are doing that. But most of y'all calling them like far right people. So it's kind of funny to me that there are people in the middle that are telling y'all this, that they don't like what's going on. But y'all just sit there and ignore that. That's pretty funny that you say that.
Not.
Oh, so we need to. Disney needs to rely on the fence riders. The people in the middle. The people in the middle. We need to rely on.
Because let's be honest, even people in the middle, they don't read. I would say they don't care about Star Wars. It's just the fact that when something new that I don't really know much about the canon, they really don't care about the canon either. Cause my brother, he's mostly in the middle. Yeah, there are some movies and TV shows that he doesn't like, like Marvel, like in Marvel. But there are some movies that a lot of people do not like that he likes. So it's like, do you really want people in the middle? Because like even they, like Grizzy said, they fence riders. They're gonna criticize it, but praise even the bad ones as well.
Fence riders. Very, very interesting. Yeah, because John Rocha, chat. John Rocha is in the middle, apparently, right?
He's not in the middle. He's their side. He's in the positive people side. Not saying he doesn't criticize them, but at the same time, it's like he's in the positive community.
John Rocha, moderate. John Rocha is a moderate. He is in the middle. Now, John Rocha did criticize the Acolyte, but he still also came out and viciously defended it because, these people, they can't be like us. You either want Disney Star Wars to fail or you don't. And these guys do not want Disney Star Wars to fail. This guy does have connections at Disney, and he's a fucking lunatic. Yeah, I did catch something. It seems like an opinion he would have, doesn't it? Based on things of what he said in the past. Free Diddy. Free Diddy because he wants to go back to the Diddy mansion. All right, anyway. So that was that clip. Let's see, where are we at now? 58.
And for more Clone Trooper, and I don't care, and then go slam it on social media. But yeah. I think for most marginalized, and I don't care in this
clip. What you said?
I hit it right on the spot.
Transgender Clone Trooper, and I don't care, and then go slam it on social media. But yeah. I think for most marginalized people, the bigger fear is you're going to get.
Because some people really didn't care much about. I'm not saying some people didn't care. Some people, I would say people did care about it. Because when people say they don't care about it, they do care. There are times when people just don't really care about it. But there are times when people do care and they do pull out because, why are y'all pushing a character that never existed in Clone Wars and now y'all trying to push it now. Now y'all trying to force a trans clone now.
A group in there, and they're going to say exactly what we think they're going to say, which is don't put transgender people in there. I don't want this to be political. Why do you have all these gay characters?
Yeah, what's wrong with it not being political? Yes, no one don't want stuff to be political. Even people in the middle, they do not want stuff to be political. Keep it out there. If you want to put stuff that are political, it needs to make sense to the overarching story. Like the political stuff in Star Wars. There are political stuff in Star Wars, but it fits that world. The political stuff needs to fit that world. Why you bringing political stuff why you bringing political stuff that's in our world and try to put it in their world, that even though it doesn't make sense in there. It just doesn't make sense why you trying to push a character like this. I think most people wouldn't care, but people know about the clones. People know about the clone troopers. There are no trans clones, and then y'all want to push this character on people's throats now. People don't like that shit. Even some people in the trans community who like Star Wars, even they don't like what they did. but they don't really tell people that. I tell people that even some people, even people in the LGBT community don't even like what Disney and them doing, that they push stuff in people's throats, but they don't really say nothing about it. Cause they always think that it's just the all right people and the white man saying that, even though it's minorities and people in LGBT and some people in the LGBT community saying these things, but they sit there and ignore that. It's that always try to blame white people and Republicans.
Why are they queer? Why is this woman the lead? Why is this person of color the
People were fine with Ray being the lead. I don't want to hear that. People are fine with Ray being the lead. People are just saying that Ray's just not a good character, and her character development is just not good. It was so lazily written. People are fine with it in like Force Awakens. Then we watched all the movies, and she's not that good of a character. People are fine with female characters. It's just Terry Brand.
The lead? Why did you change this race? Like
yes, why you change the character's race? Why are you changing a person or a white guy to a female, and why are you changing the white guy to a black guy? It's the same thing. Why are you changing a black character to a white guy, and changing a black character to a female? Why are you changing their gender and their sexuality? Why are you doing that? That's what people are saying. There's nothing wrong with calling it out. It's not the wrong calling it out, because like we see it a lot, but they get upset. That we do that.
Think that they're just going to do the homogenized thing because.
Do you honestly think Disney would take those people seriously?
They're not going to take those people seriously anyway.
Do you honestly think Disney would listen to them, even if it were going to happen?
Disney is so party. I don't know. I need to know what is the establishment, because I keep hearing that the establishment and establishment can be on both sides. Because a lot of people, I think most of the people to right always say the establishment. I need to kind of know what the establishment is. Like, I don't want to blow out what's the establishment, because like I don't really know much what that is. But I think some of them would say that. Some of them would say, "Oh yeah, it's just Disney. It's a part of the establishment. Establishment like pushing stuff like this, because current day political stuff."
Real quick, Pierce, thank you for that. They're not going to invite these people in the first place. We all know about their agenda, and Disney, like, they have the agenda, but it's all there to check off boxes. They don't care.
Yeah, they really don't care. They act like Disney do care. They really don't care. But but the difference is about our side and them. Y'all falling for it. Y'all falling for that. We are not, because we know what they're trying to do. We know why these companies are doing these things. But y'all falling for them doing these things, and y'all just eating it up.
Don't care at the end of the day, and we all know that you guys desperately want that. You guys want gay Jedi. You guys want all this representation, and fine, if you guys get it, what's good? People are just going to stop watching.
Yeah,
nobody's going to care.
Yeah, people's just going to move on, and the stuff going to keep going bad. Because like sometimes at the end, yeah, people do care, but sometimes people really don't, because they can just go and watch other things. If y'all want to keep pushing these things, that's fine. People just moved on.
Nobody's going to give a shit. We're going to troll it. We're going to laugh at it. But the casual audience, they don't want it. They don't want the messaging. They're tired of the messaging.
Look, Last Jedi was sort of ground zero for when fandoms blew up.
Yeah, like before, because I think I agree with you on that, because it did. Because when Last Jedi came out, because you got the people that liked it and people that hated it, that both went after each other. I wasn't even a part of one side, because I didn't really watch the movies till now. I agree with the side that said that, yeah, the movies are bad, because they are.
There was stuff that
was, I agree with that. That's true. And the next one, okay, so the next one, he kind of expands on this at 59:54. So here we go. 59, 50.
Yes.
So the criticisms of Last Jedi, there's legitimate criticisms in there. Like, was Luke would a Luke Skywalker who believed that his dad, who was Space Hitler, still had good in him, be so readily willing?
And by the way, that is an argument that everyone on our side has made. But he's gonna.
But they gonna sit here and like, cause like everybody, I mean, like everyone who didn't like that made that argument. Even the people that Rocha don't do call out, they made those arguments, but they just called on like far right people and shit for like calling out for that.
To dismiss us for that and say we hate these characters because they're women and because of their skin color.
I think that's it. But to me, it's like, I think the real reason is that they hate us because I don't want to say me because they don't really know me like that. It's just the people that do not like current Star Wars. It's the fact that we insulted so hard. They don't like us being super mean about it and making fun of it. They don't like us doing that. And the thing is that a lot of people have the right to call out any way they want. It could be soft spoken about it or be mean about it, but at least getting the point across. But I hate how people are being mean about it and calling out the studios and the writers for it and saying that the acting wasn't good. They don't like us doing that.
Here it comes.
The only reason why we do that is that it's a lot of factors into why Last Jedi and the other movies and the TV shows didn't succeed. It wasn't. It is the story, but it's more to it than the story. There's a lot more factors to it.
Thing to pull a lightsaber on his nephew. That is a perfectly valid criticism where you say, okay, Rian Johnson maybe overshot that a little bit. Like, I think that deserved something. But
overshot it. He did that on purpose.
And we all said that. Again, we all said that.
Okay, Rian Johnson maybe overshot that a little bit. Like, I think that deserved something. But that almost gets buried in the Rey as a Mary Sue.
Because she literally is a Mary Sue. If you look up what a Mary Sue is, she has those traits. She has those traits on a Mary Sue. I would say not all the traits on Mary Sue, but she does. We do call guys that are Gary Stews. We don't just call Mary. You just don't call Mary Stews. You call Gary Stews as well. Dudes that are overpowered, same thing as Rey. There are characters like that, but we call her Mary Sue because she is. There's nothing wrong with that, but they are mad that we do say that.
I hate Rose Tico. Why?
Because like people do, there's nothing wrong with people saying that they hate Rose Tico. They really did not like that character. There's nothing wrong with people say they hate the character. They do hate the character. People didn't went after the actress for that. They went after the character. There's nothing wrong with that. People had that right to say, I hate this character.
Why is this Asian girl in this movie? Finn is black. Like,
I think people didn't say anything about her. What are you talking? People didn't say anything about her race anyway, so I don't know what you're talking about. And Finn being black, what are you talking about? No one cared that Finn was black. You put in Last Jedi in there, even though Finn was in the last movie. And people were like fine with Finn in the last movie, even though he was a black guy. People were fine with fucking Mace Windu. What are you talking about? People are fine with Lando. What are you talking about? People are fine with black characters. And Finn, he had potential, but it failed because the writing was terrible. What are you talking about?
Kylo Ren is the only white male in this thing who's elite.
Who said that? That he's the only white male lead? What are you talking about? There's a lot of white male leads in Star Wars. What are you talking about?
I don't recall.
No one was saying that. Except for like Rose, people hate Rose Tico. People didn't say anything about Finn being black and Kylo being a white male lead. No one was saying that. Like, what are you talking about?
Anyone whining about that? There wasn't a whole lot of Finn hate.
Yeah.
Who was
It wasn't, cause what I heard that it wasn't a lot of Finn hate. People like, yeah, Finn had a lot of potential, but they fell on that. It's nothing wrong with people saying that. People were fine with Finn, but people at the same time were like, yeah, I hate how they did Finn. I didn't like what they did. He had a lot of potential. You had Stormtrooper who turned to the good side. That and actually had look like, well, his entire movie had like he had four sisters. He had the Force. You could have done something with that, but they didn't do nothing with that at all. That's why a lot of people didn't even go after the person that played Finn because people were fine with him. People just hated how they did his character. What are you talking about, Michael?
was bullying Finn? The Rose Tico stuff was blown completely out of proportion.
Yeah, because people just went after the character, not the actress herself anyway. Because they try to go out the Geese Gamers for going after the actress, even though there are video proof that he hated the character, but not the actress itself. But they try to sit there and lie about that.
Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers said numerous times that Kelly Marie Tran is a wonderful person, and it screwed up what Disney did to her and her character.
Yeah.
Rey is a Mary Sue. Rey being a Mary Sue triggers that. Calling Rey a Mary Sue.
I would not even be mad that she was a Mary Sue. I would not be mad. It's a lot of female Mary Sues that I like. It's just the fact that her character wasn't written well, and everyone knew that. It's nothing wrong with calling her out for being Mary Sue, but at the same time, she is badly written for that. It's a lot of Gary Stu's that in media, and Mary Sue's in media that a lot of people like. Look at Saitama. He's a Gary Stu, but at the same time, a lot of people like him.
Sue triggers these guys. She is. She's a Mary Sue because of the way she was written. Rose Tico was such a bad character that even J.J. Abrams didn't want to feature her in The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, even he knew that character wasn't good. Then he noticed that the audience didn't like her.
J.J. Abrams hated her so much. I think Disney treated the Rose Tico character worse than the fans did there.
Yeah, because they
Michael,
terrible.
who doesn't like vaginas.
In this movie, Finn is black. Like Kylo Ren is the only white male in this thing.
This guy, chat. This is the guy, by the way, who said that Captain America 4 needs to be about why white people don't want a black Captain America.
That's so stupid. Fuck off. It's so stupid. It doesn't make sense why is Falcon becoming Captain America anyway. I get it, he gave him a mantle, but Falcon is not good enough to be Captain America. You might as well just let Captain America die and Falcon just do his own thing. But y'all would decide to make him black Captain America. Yeah, I'm sorry to say this. A lot of people are not interested in black Captain America. Like a black Batman, black Superman. People just not interested in that.
This is the guy who said that, if you recall.
Who's elite? Like, just there's this avalanche of everything is DEI, everything is American.
Because it is. We can clearly see that what it is. Can you remember in like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where at the end of the show, when the senator saw they terrorists and Falcon like they not terrorists even though they are terrorists. They literally are terrorists. Then he said, you need to do better, Senator. Because, like, it's not like he was literally pandering to the Senator, like, oh, you have to do better because you're not helping these people. They are literally bombing places and stuff because they lost their homes and stuff, even though they're not clearly their homes. Because of the blimp that Marvel barely talks about no more. And they fucked up the blimp anyway, fucked up bringing people back. And the effects of it, because they just moved on from it. And everyone knows that.
Everything is, look, another all-woman superhero-led film. Let's post on Twitter the last 4 that bombed and buff. Like, there's just
because, like, okay, if the last 4 bombed, and a lot of people had the same issue with the same issue. Of course, people gonna say something about it, cause like, of course, some people gonna say something about it, because it's the same thing. They keep pushing those four movies with the same female characters. There are DEI characters, even though they're not even minorities. They are white. They are pushing a narrative.
This thing that this man is triggered. This man is triggered because they all do. Disney is not good. These guys can't admit that Disney Star Wars is not good at writing female characters.
Because it's just not.
They can't admit it. They do a terrible job.
They do a terrible job writing a lot of characters. Not even the females, the men's too.
Ahsoka, written horribly. Rey, written horribly.
Because I always wanted to do like my own TV show movies and my own TV show. I always want to make a show. Yeah, the main character is a male character, but I want to treat my other female characters like good characters. Actually get them good motivations and stuff. Not fucking what they did with fucking Rey Skywalker. Not Rey fucking Skywalker, Rey fucking Palpatine.
May and Osha, written by a complete idiot. I could go on. Reva, horribly written. Terrible motivation, flip-flopping over and over again.
Yeah, because she flip-flops a lot.
They don't know how to write male characters either. They know how to ruin male characters as well. And again, we've criticized male. It's not just the biggest criticism. This guy, he just mentioned The Last Jedi. What was the biggest criticism of The Last Jedi? It was Ryan Johnson fucking over Luke Skywalker. That was the biggest criticism. He fucked over Luke. And some people didn't even like Kylo, so did we really went after just Rey? No, we went after the male characters as well. What are you talking about? Luke Skywalker. What they did to Luke Skywalker. That was the biggest criticism of that movie. It's not because he was white. You see, you people these Disney shills take any criticism of someone who's in a protected class, a protected group, female, non-white, alphabet person, any criticism of them is unacceptable. No matter the quality, how bad it is, if it's the worst thing ever, you can't, because you have to support. Because the message, them being there, people of color being there, gay people being there, women being there, is more important than if it's good or not.
Yeah.
That's what matters to these idiots. And you've heard them say it before.
Even though it doesn't make sense with the story, doesn't make sense with the canon, it doesn't make sense at all why some certain characters are doing these things.
He said it before, yeah, you might not have liked, you heard from those three idiots at Force Center, you might not have liked The Acolyte. You might not have liked the way it was written, but you have to support it. You have to support The Acolyte. Even if you don't like The Acolyte, you have to support it.
No, we don't. We don't need to support something that no one likes.
People are idiots. Anyway, I think there's a little bit more to this. Yes, there is a little bit more to this. Okay, continuing.
It's not even about the thing. And so, to your point, what fans are you talking to? And you are also right that there seems, just like with our politics, it seems like you can't have a middle of the ground opinion. You either think that the Marvels is the worst piece of garbage that Marvel made, or the Marvels is a maligned movie that is actually amazing, but you can't just say the Marvels is fine.
It's like, look at what the people saying about the movie. Did the movie make money? No, it didn't. So like, it shows that the movie failed. If the movie succeeded, of course that it's gonna be people that didn't like it anyway. But the movie failed, so that means that the people who said the movie gonna be failing, it was bad. Even the audience agreed that the movie sucked and it didn't make it didn't make no money.
Yeah,
the characters were great.
The thing is, they're not.
Yeah, they weren't. I haven't even seen the movie. I hate how they already fucked Nick Fury. When the whole Nick Fury thing and Captain Marvel happened, even though I haven't seen Captain Marvel, I heard about it. I hate how they fucked this character. Then they just make his character get way more worse. Then that Secret Invasion happened. It ruined his character. This movie did more. Captain Marvel, a lot of people didn't really like Captain Marvel anyway. I think people didn't really like Miss Marvel, but people actually like the actress. People were fine with the actress. Monica Rambeau, no one cared about Monica Rambeau anyway. And the female who played the villain, the villains for the Marvels was not good, and the actress wasn't that good.
These things are not fine. You're telling me these people who are paid by Disney, again, they refuse. When was the last time you saw any of these people come out and say that this movie fucking sucked? It never fucking happens.
They just can't be honest that yeah, this movie fucking sucks. They can't be honest about it. They can't be saying, oh yeah, this movie is terrible. They had to say the movie, yeah, it was bad.
They'll offer some criticisms.
I'm not saying they don't offer criticism, but they're not being like, they hate being brutally honest about it because it's super mean. Even though you actually be honest about it, you got to have brutal honesty. Brutal honesty, you don't have to curse or do anything. Just be brutally honest about it.
Lightly criticize, but they won't do it. And I'll go back to arguably the mission statement of this channel, the Gatekeepers Alliance in general. You either want Disney Star Wars to fail or you don't. Disney Star Wars.
Yes, people want. I would say yes, people want Disney Star Wars to fail because it's just let it die. People just want this stuff to die now because you already screwed over now. Some people do want these Star Wars to succeed, but how are they going to get better when you have people like y'all are just accepting what they're doing? It just makes no sense. So of course people don't really care that it's failed because Disney already accepted it now. The same thing with the Marvels. How the Marvels gonna get better, and they just don't really care that the shows and stuff just keep getting worse. Of course, people are gonna leave because they already know that the shows and the movies kept getting worse, and people's expectations keep lowering down.
Has damaged the brand so much that the only way to fix it is for all of it to go.
Yeah, the brand's broken. You already destroyed the brand, so you might as well end the brand. And come back to it another 10, 15 years.
All of it. It has to go. It has to go. There's no fixing it at this point. Even if you can enjoy something in a vacuum. If we get a needle in a haystack show, it's not that bad. You saw it in.
It's like how Jeremy said it. It's like you can like a bad movie or a bad TV show. Even he likes bad movies and bad TV shows. He's fine with that. At least he calls it out for what it is. At least he knows that this is a bad movie because it is a bad movie and a bad TV show, but I still enjoy it. But they don't do that.
On our side, a lot of people on our side liked Andor. I personally did not, but a lot of people on our side liked Andor.
I've never seen Andor.
So there is positivity on our side. There's people in the middle. Some people say that the first season of The Mandalorian was decent or whatever on our side. They don't listen to our side. We're all just Mazarari Sue, Rose Tico's Asian, we don't like her, Finn's black, so we don't like him. And yeah, it's all the surface level.
Because they don't understand they don't understand our critiques of it on why we are saying this. They do, but they just are going to run with the bullshit that they always run with about it.
Bullshit. They don't listen to anything that we have to say. They go along with what Twitter is saying.
Yeah.
And the Marvels was the worst, is confirmed as the worst Marvel MCU film of them all, made the least amount of money. It failed. It bombed at the box office.
And I'm saying they didn't have to like it, but at the same time, it failed.
And these people, like, you can't, like, you can have that opinion. You can say, I liked it. You can have the opinion of, I liked it. I might clown you for it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. People can't clown you for your opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. That people that went after me in my comment section when I put Steven Universe and said, yeah, Steven Universe is not a good show, because I put like a ranking of it, and I didn't really care that they even said that my opinion sucks and everything, because like I said they like it, so it's like I don't really care. I said that my best friend likes Steven Universe. I don't really care. This is how you act, and when people say, "Oh yeah, I don't really like the show," and have like an actual criticism about it. That's my problem with people like Michael and them. It's that people don't care that you like Marvels. Yes, people gonna make fun of y'all, but at the same time, people don't really care. This is how y'all are treating other people and calling us all this stuff because like. We don't like the movie because of these reasons.
Clown you for liking it. I might clown you for giving it a 7 or an 8 out of 10, but you're allowed to think that. You're not allowed to come out and say that it's objectively good, and expect us to just sit there and accept that.
Yeah, we're not gonna allow you to do that. Say like, oh, it's objectively fact that this movie is really good. No, we're not gonna let that happen.
We're not going to sit here and we're not going to sit there and say, well, you all you people criticizing it, you just need to lower your expectations and enjoy it for what it is. No.
Yeah.
You're telling other people to lower their expectations. And like, look at Joker. Joker has a white male lead, had a white male person running the show.
And a lot of people agreed that the movie was bad. Not the first one, but the second one. So that narrative already got destroyed anyway. When I think a lot of people agreed that the Joker movie, the second one, was not a good movie.
Joaquin Phoenix, Todd Phillips. And guess what? That movie's getting roasted by all of these same people that you call racist, sexist, misogynist, homophobic. If that's true, why aren't they supporting the movie?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you guys. How much more of this do I have? 14 seconds. Okay, we got 15 more seconds. I need a little break from these guys.
I may end it here, but if y'all want to watch the whole thing, it's right here. 'Cause I don't want to watch the whole thing and just take all his video. Because I'm a little bit tired too. So, I hope y'all enjoy this video. Like and subscribe to the channel and subscribe to Mr. Grizzy's Live as well. I will see you guys later and goodbye.